Overrated Everything, Series 3. We're back in your ears, but also this time, thanks to the boys at Odd Draw Digital, we now have a shiny new little podcast studio, Tomo.
Yeah, and we are fully in your face.
Yeah, we're going to be all over YouTube. We're going to be all over Instagram, like bloody other podcasts, like Joe Rogan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're going to give it all, man. We're going to give it you all.
Yeah, I think we've just sort of upped our game a little bit with that.
We have, man. We're going to take it serious. No, I mean, never just took it serious, but we're going to, we're taking it serious now. We love doing this. And, we love the feedback from you guys. Please continue to, comment and stuff like that and tell us what you like, what you don't like as well, because we don't mind being told what you don't like and we'll change that up.
Yeah.
But we've got some lovely guests booked in, man. One of which you're going to listen to in a minute. We're going to keep these nice and short, but just a quick one. Like I say, we are now on YouTube. Please watch on YouTube. Listen, if you prefer your audio podcast fix, then listen on anywhere you get your podcast, really. That's Acast. Put it out there to literally everywhere. And we're also on Patreon, which we talked about a little before. www.patreon.com/overrated everything. What can you get if you sign up to Patreon, Tom? What can we give?
Well, just extra stuff.
Extra stuff?
It depends how we're feeling and how much time we've got.
Yeah, he's honest. But we've got some really good exclusive things in there for the next couple of weeks. Exclusive little mini podcasts with myself and Tomo, sometimes with guests. We're looking at doing lives in the future. We've got some booked in which I'm really excited about, which I'm sure you'll hear about in the podcast. So you'll get discounts on entry to that and things like that. So yeah, should we play him a podcast?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's play him a podcast. Michael Socha with us today. As
buzzing.
You can see, buzzing to have you here, mate. No, it is. It's nice. Like we sort of said that. Like obviously we've had a few This Is England, like other actors from This Is England in, and they always do really well, which is nice. Like obviously the listeners like that. They listen to it for that reason as well. But
I always love these ones. I think the one, like you said, the one with Stevie Graham.
I personally find this batshit.
What?
This setup here now, like I find it mental.
What do you mean?
Like it's obviously I've spoken to you on the phone about. It's not formal. It's not a format, but I find it dead formal with the people that I know quite well.
He calls me Andy, which makes it really formal.
But that's what I mean. What do I call you now?
Call me whatever you want, mate.
I know, but it seems wrong. I remember I just said gadget, but I asked you something, and I thought I can't keep calling you.
Well, we had that gadget at the beginning, but it's fine, isn't it? Like we had that at the beginning, didn't we? Because you would always go, I need to focus on calling you Andy and all that. And
yeah, I changed your name in my
phone. It's nicer and it's better, but like, yeah, have you?
I changed my name.
Right, so you just said it's nice that it's better, so that you prefer Andy.
I think so with this, yeah.
Done.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
it. You're
yeah,
Andy now.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right, but you're Andy.
But
now.
then I like it off thingy, like we all do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's weird how only some of us the names caught on. Like I always, and still to this day, if I saw Joe Gilgan, I'd call him Woody.
Yeah.
But like I'd never called you Harvey.
Danielle
always,
as well. That sounds weird. I'll always say Trev.
No, I always call her Danielle or Dando. Yeah.
You've known him for years though before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how the names catch on. I've never, no one ever called me Sean, did they?
No.
Yeah, it's weird how they all.
I don't think anyone's ever would have referred to because then again most people just call you Socha, don't they? So you've already got on it. Like I wouldn't ever call you Harv or Harvey off.
But it got like a bit muddled. We said we weren't going to talk about work.
No, we're doing
straight in on the work. Yeah.
But it got like there was a little bit of. You didn't know where the fuck you because it was so close to who you fucking were, and you were all pals in real life and playing pals.
Yeah.
Sometimes you end up fucking calling a really good mate by the character name, and then just thinking, "Am I a dick?" No, we're going with it. We're actors.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
But it never felt like it though, did it? It never felt like we had to.
Yeah, like I've done that on other jobs where the actors kind of called you by your character name, and you're like, oh, mate. But yeah, with This Is England, like say, most of them always sort of called me Gadge. I think like. Even Shane, if I see him now, like he'll always refer to me as Gadget.
He always refers to you.
I don't take that as a like a thing. It's I don't know. Yeah.
What
do you reckon?
If
you did it again, that everyone would be normal named, or do you reckon they'd be character named?
I still think I'd get Gadge a lot.
Well, I'm not now. I'm gonna.
Well, you're out of the Gadge Club. You're out of the Gadge Club.
I'm never gonna do it again.
Really?
Yeah. I remember trying Andy a few times.
Yeah.
It just sounds weird though, doesn't it? I guess.
For me, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any?
It sounds weird me hearing it. To be fair.
Have any of your family members ever called you Gadge?
No.
I seem to remember
No,
your
because they're
mum.
family, Tom.
No, I seem to remember your mum calling you it once when we was all. Maybe I'm making it up, but for some reason I feel like your mum has called you Gadge.
Really?
Yeah,
If,
maybe
like,
I'm making it
yous
up
were
then. If
there
you
and-
That'd
I
be
don't
odd as
know,
fuck,
that'd be
though, that,
weird,
wouldn't it?
that
yeah.
would be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right, let's move
No,
on. Then.
yeah.
What have you got me saved in your phone? Have you got my number saved?
I think Tomo.
Just Tomo. Have
think
you got
you-
me saved? Because the only reason I say it is because Andrew Shum, who plays Milky, he's still got me saved as Sean TIE, and I'm like, mate, we've like not done this in England for years. I speak to you all the time. Like, why have you still got me saved as that? I get it because, say if I work with someone on a job, I'll save them as like the film title or whatever and then the name.
Yeah.
But if they become good mates, then they should be their names in your phone.
I know, but it's probably just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what
If
I mean?
he saved it, especially nowadays as well, like, he's probably, like, I remember the days when you'd get a new phone and it'd be a whole new experience and you'd have to get everything over where
Yeah.
nowadays you just pretty much stick to your iPhone, don't you? And if
Yeah.
Shimmy's had that iPhone, which he probably has since we did 86 or whenever you got your number,
I imagine
it
Shimmy's
just
got
carries
loads
over,
of
doesn't it?
phones.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's strange, that, isn't it? Anyway.
But
enough
you've got him
about that.
saved as, like, my fellow DJ or something.
I've got him saved as fellow DJ, yeah.
Okay.
Because...
Which isn't even a reference to a film you fucking did
Remember,
together.
it was like a thing to call all your mates something daft in your phone anyway. That was a
Yeah,
big
it was,
thing,
yeah,
wasn't
but I'm
it? It was
31
all
now.
like code names.
Yeah.
Never use government name.
Yeah, but I don't know, I'm 31 now, so I slowly need to start sorting that shit out, I think. Like, even my best mate, like my one of my closest mates, you both know, Eve. I've got him saved in my phone as Beef, because everyone's called him Beef since he was kids. Yeah, I think it's weird. But anyway, do you want to tell us a bit about your subject? I know you had a couple of things, didn't you? The first one that you said you didn't want to talk about, but I'm going to make you talk about it anyway. What was that one?
Oh, God, fucking
A little
do it.
awkward.
Yeah, you can.
Well,
It's
but it's
not
not
a bad thing.
overrated though, is it? It's just a thing that people do now.
With the overrated thing, it's like it doesn't have to be something, I guess, that everyone kind of likes. It's just stuff that kind of maybe people ignore that bugs you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's plenty of that.
Yeah.
Plenty. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna roll straight into.
Well, I'll say it for you if you want. It was upspeak.
It was upspeak, Tom.
But
yeah.
the only reason I wanted to talk about it is because you picked me up on it
Okay.
a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But then when you said you was going to come on the podcast and you said about the subject being that, we was on the phone for about 40 minutes talking about why it annoys you, and then I only then realised that I did it once or twice after you'd.
Are you still doing it?
I don't know because I don't know about it
don't
because
fucking
it's not something to me that like not annoys me, but I don't pick up on it because
Well, you said on the phone, you were like, right, I'm gonna be wet. I'm gonna be conscious of that. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I need to know when I'm doing it.
now
Yeah.
I'm being conscious of it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right.
I'll pick you up on it during this.
Yeah, please
I'll
do.
Go,
Yeah,
doing
what are
it.
you gonna do?
What? Because I like to come in as fresh. Because you said at first that Socha wanted to do upspeak.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
no,
didn't have a clue what that was, so I never looked into it. And then we sort of changed the subject, and then so. What is it? Is it where you go up at the end of like a uni kind of thing normally? Innit?
I don't even know if that is the actual term used for it, but yeah, but you've got it in
So
yeah.
like everything's sort of like a question,
Give us an example.
like that.
I can't now because I've tried to do the examples and it makes me sick even fucking going close to it. But it's a thing now that a lot of people are doing. Yeah, and it's loved ones are doing it, and it's that was it.
You've just done
Doing
it.
it.
Fucking
Loved
when you
ones
go
are
up.
doing it.
Fucking did it.
It's become
Hey,
the thing
Michael.
that you hate. man.
Jesus. Yeah, oh God. Yeah, well that's it. Yeah, loved
But it's
ones are
like
doing
anything.
it. But it's there's like so I'll be listening to a podcast and I have to turn the podcast off if that guest is
Is
upspeaking.
upspeaking.
I go right. I'm done. I can't.
So it really pisses you off.
But yeah, it really does because it pisses me off more with people that I know really well that have adopted it, that have gone right. I'm going to start doing that now. That's the way I'm going to speak.
Do you think people do it by accident though? Because sometimes I think, like anything, when if there's a big show going on or if there's a big series. I remember when Geordie Shore started, and Gaz from Geordie Shore used to do this thing with his nose when people were lying, and you'd see people in Sheffield or in Manchester and all be doing this, and it's like because it was a thing. Do you reckon people then picked up on it? That's the same with like upspeak, and especially with like influencers and like people from reality TV shows and stuff. I think that's where it probably starts in it.
I think it's contagious.
Yeah.
I think someone started it. Because I think naturally there's accents that like, they have that anyway. But then I was working with someone recently who I know really well, and that person was doing it all the time.
It's not me, is it?
No.
No, okay.
And it was winding me up because I thought I knew you before you did that. I knew you before you started, and it wasn't that long ago.
So it's something they've, like you say, they've took on to impress. Or
I don't know why people
What do you
are
think
doing
they've done
it.
it by accident?
I always thought. I
love
always
this. I love
interrogating you.
I love it. I love that we've gone really serious
Yeah.
on this. And it's just even then your gesticulation.
Well,
your
I'm
mannerism.
sticking up for it. I'm going, well, what if it's done by accident?
No, I think it is. I think it sort of is.
I've always thought because the people that because I didn't know it was a thing, but I get what you mean.
You've done
now,
it,
so-
Kaj. I've watched it, Andy. I've seen you do it on your bloody Instagram.
Oh, I've done it. I
yeah,
do it.
you
Oh,
have.
do I?
I think it was the one with
Go on,
with
tell me
the I think it was with the dog, and you run about the biscuit cleaning up, and I'm
Oh yeah, because I was taking the piss on that.
well,
as in like
hey, look, listen.
I was pretending to be a
Well,
fucking
I hear it, I
influencer.
hear it.
Right, fair play. I watched that back.
It might not have been that one. It might have been another one, but there was you were, and I says this to you. I says, but I've heard Andy.
No, it's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I've heard Andy do it.
I think it's a good thing, but like it's when you pick up on something. We was talking about it in a previous episode with Lloyd. He was saying that you know when you hear a song and someone they change the lyrics, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an example.
I'll tell you what it. Sorry, carry on.
No, go on. You're all right.
So I had a mate at school, and he went down to. He lived in London for like. Well, he said, right, I'm gonna go and move to London. I'm gonna make it big. I'm like, go on, you go and do that. He went down there for 6 months, and he come back with a Cockney accent, a really bad one, and that's the way I'm comparing it because that he'd gone down there and he'd gone right. I'm amongst it now. I can go back, show everybody in my homeland that I'm travelled, and by doing that, I'm gonna speak different. I'm going to speak like the people do where I've travelled to. So he's made a conscious effort
To try and change it.
to change it, and that's what's happening with upspeak. Whether you,
Okay.
People are just doing it without realising.
well,
Do you not do
no,
that?
maybe
Though?
they're not.
Do you not do it when you work? Say if you're working away, because I said this on the phone to you. Like when we've just made that series together.
Yeah.
When I spend a lot of
What,
time
that
with you,
should not be named.
that one that should not be named.
That was weird. You just said it. Like
I know.
when we just did that series that we did
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
that
yeah,
was,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was batshit.
The gallows
Terrifying.
pole. When we did the gallows pole together,
It's not called that. Is
or
it?
even
Whatever. Carry on.
We don't
Sorry,
know what it's
baby.
called. What is it called now?
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
Okay.
I do.
I don't.
But
I
I
don't.
don't think I can say it.
What I'm saying,
Especially on the
is Charlotte knows when I've spent time with you.
Oh wow.
Because I'll pick
Oh,
up the
same.
things
Yeah,
that you do.
yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
mate, yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if that's like, or she'll know when I've spent time with, like people who I love being with, people I enjoy spending time with, and like I look up to, like A as an actor, B as just as a person, like I will pick up their little mannerisms or the things that they do.
It's rhythm more than anything for me.
Oh, what?
I
You'll
won't-
go
I
back
won't pick
speaking
up,
like
I won't pick up, mate. Honestly, when we do This Is England, Emma Lee can sometimes, who I've been with most that week, and it's not like I'll go on with a Derby accent, but it'll just be the rhythm.
Yeah.
Weirdly, but I put that back to when I was a kid growing up with Irish grandparents, because I'd go to one set of grandparents' house one week, and they'd be married.
Don't do the accent.
And then I'd go to like my nana and granddad's, and then I would come home and I wouldn't have an Irish accent, but I'd be speaking faster because I'd be like my granddad would naturally speak quite fast, so I'd almost
just
kind
done it then.
of learn that.
Did you do it then?
I'm-
Quite
I've-
fast.
Oh,
just
did
done
it then?
Yeah,
Right,
just
yeah.
done it then.
Right,
But okay, so then this is it. Maybe it's people as like remember your wedding, the hypnotist.
Yeah.
Right. So there's some people who are dead susceptible to it, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there's some people who are just they get you under or whatever they call it, and they'll say, and then your mate Joe was walking around thinking his penis was missing, and I had to stop him and go, "You don't believe that your penis is missing, do you?" He's like, "No." So what are you doing? What are you doing? He's got, I don't know. So he's susceptible. Do you know what I mean? So like with this.
So what? So
obviously-
he's pretending? Or?
well, he's made an effort to go there.
Or a
hasn't he?
because that's how that works, isn't it? Like a
Well, sort of,
subconscious effort.
but he's going around going, "Have you seen me dick? Have you seen me dick?" And I'm going, "Joe, you know you've got your
He's
dick."
there,
and
mate.
he's gone,
You've not been
"Yeah,
catching
I
it."
do." I'm like, "What are you fucking doing then?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think there's a susceptibility. I think like if you're around somebody and you like what they're doing, I'll nick that. You know, or when it's upspeak, I think if you're surrounded by people who are doing it all the time,
Then you'd pick it up.
you're gonna go home and you start gonna speak like that. Oh, I can't even do it. I can't even.
But yeah, it's interesting because we've spoke about like people who we know personally who
Right,
have like got snowballed other people's personalities, and things that people do or stories that they've heard, and they'll put that into themselves, even if they don't.
You did it then. Put that into themselves.
Into themselves.
Did you hear that then? Do you see what I'm saying?
Now you said it, I know I did it.
So you did it.
But so what they'll do is they'll get bits of other people and put it into themselves.
Good, better. Yeah.
And
that's the Tomo I know and love.
But then that then becomes who they think they are because they've spent more with the people that they admire or the cool things that they've heard. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we're all one, aren't we? If we're gonna get spiritual.
But do you think we all are though? Do you think we all
fuck
are
knows.
one person?
I know that I had a mate once who spoke normal, and then now we have a mate who don't speak normal. He speaks that fucking upspeak shit. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do know.
Yeah, but I think that might just because of the people that he spent his time with.
Yeah, it must be. He's susceptible. You've been hypnotised by dickheads who all speak like that.
Sometimes as well, though, like say, like, because I've got a mate who went to uni, and he was like a proper broad mank, broader than me, and went to uni in Nottingham, but then he did kind of then have this sort of accent.
That's
where
it.
It was all
it
was like everything's a question.
He's got it.
And I think it's because obviously places like universities, and it could be the same for like sets, you know, in our line of work and stuff like that. There is so many different accents that it's you kind of, because your brain doesn't it? Like if you know, again, like I've got cousins who were brought up in Manchester, moved over to Ireland in their 20s, and now I see them in their 30s, and you'd be like, they're Irish, like they sound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it must be like, say, because, but then, yeah, like, again, going back, like, my granddad, he's been over here 50, 60 years and has not lost it one. He probably has if you're Irish, but to me, he sounds like, you know. So I guess maybe, like, say, like, because, like, say that my mate went to uni and came back with that kind of question. Everything was at the speak.
Everything's a question.
But it's that mix of all the different accents, I guess, innit? And I guess that's
Moulding into one.
Yeah,
Melding into one really annoying accent or way of speaking. I mean, this is why I didn't really want to speak about it, because I know loads of people that are doing it, and
but maybe they don't realise that they're doing it. So it's like, but like you said,
maybe
it's only when you picked me up on it that I know that I've done it sometimes.
Do you think it is?
You know
Because obviously, like say with me doing it on that video, is it like a social media way of speaking then? Because we're obviously doing it a bit with the podcast now, innit? But then again, we are in a sense. We're not performing, but we're being podcast hosts right now.
That's what worries me about this setup.
Off mic a minute ago.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate this setup.
Yeah.
I like being your mates. Can we just
hike?
fucking all this shit?
Yeah.
But the good thing is like you say, like a lot of people do say, oh, it's like listening to mates in the pub, and that's great. But then obviously we don't want to stick a camera when we're out chatting in the pub. Not that we'd say anything stupid or whatever, but
we would.
We would. We did.
But
we
don't
about 5 minutes before this podcast started. We said we can't fucking record that.
We can't put that in.
No.
No, but yeah. But do you know what I mean? But like nobody'd want to do that. Like privacy. Like we were just speaking with Lloyd then about like going on a boat to the Grimsby match, and then he was like all up for it. But then as soon as someone said, "Oh, the BBC are filming it," he was like, "I don't think that." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can't relax. You can't. So then maybe like say.
But then some people do. Some people do feel relaxed. You see that these people nowadays, like KSI and Logan Paul, or anybody.
Shtick, innit?
Yeah, but anybody who's like, Conor McGregor, for instance, he's released that film recently, hasn't he? That Notorious film, or not recently, a couple of years ago. But like from day one of when he started training, he's got all this footage, and it's like he believed in himself so much then that he recorded everything. So that must have just been because he knew that he was going to be successful and there was going to be a film made about him. But like he knew he must be so relaxed around cameras and like it's not an issue to him. Do you know what I mean? People like KSI and Logan Paul or Jake Paul, like their whole life there is cameras filming everything because then
it's a different gravy though, isn't it? If we say something a little bit naughty now, that's our career's gone. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if when Conor McGregor's saying whatever Conor McGregor's saying, it's not like that's going to be to the detriment of his fighting career.
Yeah.
Or do you reckon it's because he's got his own team of people filming? So if he does say something, he can just go, well, that's not going to make it in there.
Or he can just say,
I'll fill you in.
Yeah.
Delete it, otherwise I'll fill you in.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
I think we've naturally got to be careful about what we say. Like even the upspeak thing, I was worried because people do it and people are going to take offence. And nowadays, if you take offence to something...
Do you think people will take offence to that? I never took offence
I reckon somebody's going to go, well... this is why I do it. This is whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think nowadays it's bad
Yeah.
to be offensive.
Should we just delete it then and move on?
I think so. Mate. Yeah, if we just do the normal one that we were
Yeah,
gonna do.
yeah. No, but you did have another subject, which I think was brilliant as well, because
Thanks, mate.
yeah, because I agree with him. I think they're boring. I love the idea of them, but go on, tell us what the.
Right. So my main one, you had to get upspeak out of the way though, didn't you?
I really wanted to talk about it,
think
mate.
it's nice.
I really wanted to talk about it.
Sound.
Yeah, your career's over. Bye.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. Fuck it. I'm not bothered about.
I don't think anyone can get offended over that.
Well,
you-
you'd be
I
surprised.
think-
fucking they are,
I think
innit?
people can get offended over fucking anything, but I don't. Yeah, it's one of them.
Yeah,
innit? Not
exactly.
like-
Yeah. But yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, I think directors do it and that now, and I need a job. I need a.
As long as you don't as long as you don't look down that camera and name the
Yeah.
directors, mate, you're alright.
I enjoy upspeak.
Shane Meadows.
Yeah, because I often come around people that upspeak, and I'm quite all right with that. So
But now they know that deep
So,
inside,
that's
you
what it is.
hate them.
I honestly hate them.
Yeah.
Hate what?
He said deep inside he'll spend time around directors that do upspeak, but now like he's got to pretend to them that he's not.
Well, I don't listen to them anyway, so when they're upspeaking, I'm definitely not listening.
No, but the other subject, I think.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk
anymore.
about it?
Nah, well, let's talk about work.
All right,
No,
what are you
let's
up
talk
to?
about spa days.
Okay, mate.
They
Let's
are
talk
boring.
about spa
though.
days.
Well, it's
Spa
not
days
just
are
a boring thing. It's not that for me. Spa day. It's like everything under the spa umbrella. I think. So, I had to come up with something, and I said spa retreats, and I find them difficult because you go there to relax. That's what you've gone there for. You've gone take yourself outside the real world for a little bit, get yourself a massage, go and chill by the pool. You know what I mean? Eat healthy food, all that sort of shit. But I think it becomes a stress. I think it becomes a bit of a nightmare because they're retreats and like spa weekends. Say you don't go for a spa holiday. Well, I think they exist, but I've never had one. I've always gone right. Fuck it. I got a couple of days off. I'm gonna get myself a spa retreat. And you get there, and then you've got things booked. You've got to go. Right, we'll get up. We'll breakfast at 10. Sound. We'll have a lie-in. Wicked. Then we'll go to the pool. Sound. Then we'll go do all that. We'll check the facilities. Cool. We've got a massage at that time. Then we've got tea. And I just find them more of a stress. And I find. So my main annoyance came from I was sat in my gym, and my gym's not like a posh gym. It's an hotel gym, and it's got everything I need in terms of free weights and facilities. It's got a steam room and a sauna and a pool, and it's pretty. So this is my problem. It's horrible. It's stinking, and I find the people in the spas with me. There's no etiquette. There's no because. I'm not OCD. I think that's something that's really just thrown out there. I'm particular. You know what I mean? I'm very aware, and I don't want to inflict myself on people. I want to just mind my own business. I don't want people going, he was rude, or what's he doing? I don't want to attract it. I just want to get on with it. So when I'm in these saunas, I'm surrounded by men who are shaving their heads in the sauna. Yeah. Well, yeah, in the sauna, shaving.
Oh, I've
their
never
heads,
seen that.
shaving themselves, making funny noises like
I hate that.
like that.
Yeah.
I need to spit. I've just honked one up.
Yeah, you need to get rid of it.
Use that cup. Have you finished with your cup?
I'll swallow.
Swallow it, yeah.
But this is my problem. So now I've heard that man go, do that thing.
You got it again.
Swallow
now.
it.
Yeah.
Or spit. I've come across a spitter before.
In the sauna.
In the sauna. There's a snotter. There's someone who snots in the corner of the sauna. I mean, this is probably just the sauna.
What, like
I'm going
a
to. Yeah.
Kind of. Oh god.
Yeah.
Where are you a member? Why don't you move?
It's a shithole. It's really cheap though, and it's got. I like
It's got what you want.
Well, because I heard that saunas are supposed to like help your cardiovascular system, and that's why I use them. Anyway, there's also the matter of sweat in a sauna. There's sweat flickers. Do you know, like, there's people who sit there and they go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I might do that though.
Yeah, I bet you upspeak. You may as well sweat flick.
Yeah. Right.
And then there's also the noises that come with the people who can't quite. You know, when they're coming to the end of their 15-minute session, saying it's going. And they're struggling. I'm thinking, get out then. Off you pop. You know what I mean? You're ruining my zen.
You're done now.
I'm here trying to focus. Get me 20 in. If you're struggling at 15, that's cool, man. It's not a fail. You've done good. Get out now. You sweat flipping. You sweat flapping. You're making fun of. You're breathing. You're snotting. You shaved your head.
It's done a fucking lot in 15 minutes, to be fair.
That's what happened. I had a conversation with a lady, and so there was a lady in there, and she was rubbing coconut oil on herself, and we were having a little conversation. And I'm not one for conversations in there. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying not to make the funny noises and sweat flick. And she's gone, yeah, this is what I use. I use coconut. It keeps you young and all that. She goes, have a go. I says, no, I'm all right. She goes, no, seriously, have a go. I go, nah. I'll be all right. I don't need it. She goes, no, trust me. Just try it once. And I had to use this lady's. I could see the finger dips in the oil. And I just, because I didn't want to be rude, I just went, yeah, go on then. Give us a bit. Got a little finger's worth. You know what I mean? Give it a bit of that.
Was it good?
It's a very sound, I think.
Did it make you feel any better? Did it do anything with you?
I think it's like a continual use thing.
Right.
You know,
Imagine if you'd put it on and got out and gone, fucking hell, that is good, you know. You might have to get me some of that.
I need some cocoa.
Yeah.
There was a bloke.
Then you're then offering it to the guy who shaves his head. Try this.
There was a bloke in the gym I used to go to when I was younger. I don't go there anymore. I don't go to fucking any gym anymore. Let's face it. But I used to go to this gym, and he used to eat religiously. Like every time he'd go in there, he must have gone in there at the same time, whatever. But whenever he'd be in there, he'd eat a tangerine or like an orange in the sun in the steam room.
Upspeak.
Did
an
I?
orange.
A tangerine. Right.
Yeah, it's alright. No, see, this is my problem. You see what I mean? People that I love and admire are doing it.
In the steam room. In the steam room.
Yeah. Well, you're pretending now.
I
just
thought.
taking a piss.
I thought that was a thing. I didn't realise, because obviously I was about 16. We used to go to the gym after school and all that.
You went to the gym at 16?
Like 15, 16.
Really?
Like, we all joined the gym and just used to go. It was like our little place to go. And just
Wow, I was
chill.
stealing cars.
But yeah,
and
I thought that was
women
like
at 15.
just what you do. And then obviously now every other steam room I've ever been in, I find it weird that no one's sat in there eating an orange now.
Well, I think this is another thing. It's the people who large drinkers, and I mean I might be guilty of it, but they have like a bottle of water
Protein
bottle,
shake
and it ain't got the straw in it, so they lift it up and just make it.
Just
doing my nutting. Like I say, I'm particular, but these places aren't for particular people, are they? These are the places where you're stuck, like bare bone in a bad way.
Yeah,
you're sweating, you're in pain. You might be close to severe dehydration and death. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the one where you go as well, is that what you're saying? So like it's open to the public as a, so obviously you're like a member. It's open to the public as a spa thing as well.
Yeah, for £15 a day, which is the membership's like 45, which is banging, really.
Yeah, it's not bad.
The gym's crap, but it's got what I need in there. You know what I mean? It's got the bits that I need, and I because I'm quite susceptible to the odd YouTube video where it says, "Oh yeah, do your sauna because that's going to keep you alive and make you look and feel better." So I go, "Oh, I'll do that for a bit," but unfortunately, the sauna that I'm at. But I think it's
slowly killing you with everyone else's.
But I'm dying from stress.
Yeah,
I'm dying from.
Have you ever had anyone like picking the feet or like getting?
Oh, yeah,
you get all that.
All that, mate. Yeah. I mean, just to add to the dead skin anyway, we've got
people picking it off and flicking it around. And...
I was with Badger and we went to the gym there and he's doing it. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean, what?" I said, "You're picking your toenails."
What? He was picking his toenails in the sauna?
Yeah.
And flicking them where?
Well, he was just going like that. He was just like that, making the noises as we all do. Well, I don't, because I'm particular and I'm aware of myself. Like that. I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "What's that? You're picking your toenails." It does my nutting, man. I don't know what. I don't know if it's my. See, this is the thing with the upspeak and spas. It's my problem, isn't it?
No, I don't think that's definitely not just your issue.
I don't think that's
No,
I don't think either, because I know what you mean. But like, especially like you say the spa one, because everyone does have their own kind of particular ways of going about things, innit? But then someone picking your feet in a sauna should not be a thing to anyone.
It shouldn't.
No one should go, "That's where I'm going to pick my toenails."
There's also a shower just outside the sauna.
Yeah.
And
like a cold one or just a normal, or
just a shower,
just to get yourself clean off
cold,
before you.
Your choice.
Yeah.
But people go in there after the sauna and they're snotting. Snotting. Would you have it?
Yeah.
Would you snot in the shower at home?
Yeah, but that's my shower at home. You know what I mean?
You've got to clean that. Yeah, that's fine.
That's my shit. It's a great place to have a snot.
Yeah, like you wouldn't go to the shower in the gym. I mean, you've probably got swim shorts on. You wouldn't have a wee, would you?
No.
This is the other thing that does me head in them places. See, I've got a load. Do you know what I mean?
I'm loving it.
People who wear underpants in them places and not swimming trunks.
Oh, mate, yeah, can't be doing
What?
that. Can't be doing that.
Underpant wearers.
Where are you? Derby's a weird place, eh?
Well, it's just this one spot that, I mean, it's if anybody from the gym is hearing this, and I'm sorry, I know them all personally. I think they're great.
Well, then they need to know. They need to know what they're doing wrong.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
'em.
how do you stop this happening? Can you put
What,
a soccer
sign
sign saying,
Yeah.
right, before you go in there, soccer says...
Soccer's in
No,
there
because
tonight.
it's not just soccer. Because if someone's picking the feet next to me in the sauna, that's going to piss me off, and that's going to piss. That piss you off, Lewis.
Yeah, 100%.
And that piss you off.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there's 4 people in this room, and we all agree that if someone's shaving their head in a shower, you're a bit like.
But
Just
I
say
think
something,
the guy who does that would sit here though and agree now. I think
Yeah.
Badger would sit here and go, yeah, it's disgusting. But then,
Yeah.
again, maybe it's like he's subconsciously done it
But you
because he
shouldn't
feels
need a
comfortable.
sign. You shouldn't need a sign to say, "Don't flick your dirty sweat around other people."
Don't flick sweat. It's don't flick sweat. Wear swimming trunks.
And flip flops and
Don't make
sliders.
loud noises. There was one bloke in there and he was
I'm a
doing-
loud noiser though.
What,
In
you
the-
go,
Yeah, because I'm one of them. Because if I'm struggling with anything, I'm a moaner. Like you work with me on set. Like if it's a long day, I like to let everyone know that I'm having a long day because it makes me feel better. I moan about anything. Oh, my legs are killing.
yeah, we'll have a moan. I don't mind a moan.
Yeah.
But
But then I like moaning if I'm in the sauna, and I like letting people know that I'm fucking struggling here.
Right, but if
Because
you're
it
at the
might-
end of a scene and say you're in front of everybody and the scene and cut and you've done the scene loads of times and you're getting annoyed with the scene, would you go, ah?
Because then everyone would think you're a twat.
Exactly.
Which, to be fair...
Exactly.
Yeah.
We did a
I'm
lot.
sat here thinking, would I? Probably, yeah.
Would ya?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Would you?
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, fair fucks to you.
I think,
then,
I,
mate.
think, I think you would have as a kid. I think you've probably matured past that. now.
Nah. I did work with an actor, and I think you know exactly what I'm on about, who kept farting.
I've had an argument with a bloke who farted.
Can you not remember he kept farting?
Who was it?
Dave
Oh,
Perkins, I'm calling him out.
Oh, God,
We was doing
fuck,
a scene,
mate.
right, where
Never
we-
worked
I'm calling him out now.
I'm calling him out. He was, but basically, we was doing a scene that was like we had to be emotional. We was burying our dad. We was
Oh,
carrying
was he farting during
carrying
that?
our own dad's coffin, obviously in character. And he's going, and he's going, fucking stinks, doesn't it? Going, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we need to go to a place here, and all I can smell is your shit. Do you know what I mean? So that I had a good moan about that when I was at work. But I did tell him
But
then.
that's different, isn't it? It's like all these things, including a fart, can be old.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I don't, is there a thing about holding in your fart? Is it
Well,
going
they
to make
say,
you ill?
oh, it's not good for you.
Not the
Better
odd
out
one.
than in, I always say. But, like, I don't know. I love farting, though. I fart loads.
Yeah, well, it's a natural thing, isn't it? Though I did watch a thing with Bear Grylls and Louis Theroux. Was it Louis Theroux? Yeah, when he went to go and visit his island, and Bear Grylls says he don't fart. Is what he eats doesn't means
yeah,
it doesn't
I guess.
fart.
Oh, really?
What, do you think he just eats fucking leaves at home?
I don't know
think
what.
he's-
I mean, he's quite a fit guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
So he'd
but-
probably have quite a healthy...
Yeah,
Well,
but
then,
when I've
what
got
do
a
you mean
healthy
some of the
diet...
shit he eats? Like, when you watch his programmes, he's always going like,
Eating
you can
leeks
get
and
this
strings.
spider and eat its dick. Like, he's always doing mad shit like that. But that's what he does.
Spider. He was Australian.
Yeah, I was going to say. Did you
But
meet
he
Steve
does-
Irwin, mate?
But no, but he does though, doesn't he? He don't go like, oh, here's a chicken, it's very nice. Like, it's always the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
He'll be on an island where you're like, there's definitely some other thing you
But
can
he's
eat.
in good shape, though.
You can actually drink the piss of this animal.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing that? There's
Yeah,
water
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
But where's he getting his
Especially
source of
now he
protein?
got like discovered, isn't it? That he's not quite in the. It's all for telly, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not really in a bad way. He doesn't really have to.
No, of
get the
course,
camel
yeah,
juice
yeah,
out the
yeah,
ump or
yeah.
whatever it
I
is.
think he's just saying if you are in it. Do you know?
I
Yeah,
always
yeah,
think
yeah.
like
If
he's
you
doing it.
go into your 9 to 5 every day, somehow find yourself stranded in.
bit thirsty, a little bit.
I don't understand why he gets all the praise for it when he's got a crew of people with him as well.
I've always
carrying
thought that.
cameras.
Yeah, I've always
Like
thought
I've
they're
held
doing
a
it for
camera and they're fucking heavy.
Poor
Like
fuckers.
boom operators all day, just like I'm following,
Yeah.
and he's getting all the praise.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Do
Like,
they get first dibs on camel juice hump?
I don't know. Imagine them. They've got their own little water bottle and they're just looking at it and drinking it, going, "This is good."
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Our farts, is it a healthy thing to fart? Are we?
I don't know. I think when my body's in a healthier condition, my farts smell more and I fart more. You know, if I'm having doing protein shakes and having high protein diets, like I'm farting more.
Right.
And they stink. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
It does
protein
depend on what
farts.
you-
Yeah.
Everyone knows a protein fart.
But surely, in order for Bear Grylls to look the way he does, he must be have a high protein intake.
But you don't fart though.
But he don't fart. He just talks shit.
I
Instead.
might have heard it wrong, but I'm sure he says he doesn't fart.
A mate of mine has got dogs and he feeds them raw food and he says the shit doesn't smell. like, don't smell, not at all.
What kind of raw food?
If he just feeds them like raw meat, like they just eat
Like raw
no
bacon?
biscuits, no like raw. Yeah, you
Raw bacon.
with that. He used to have a foul ass, right?
No, I didn't.
You did, mate.
No.
You
Yeah,
did.
you
And
did.
when we were doing,
I can remember your foul off.
it was horrible. And you were one of them where you'd be in a car doing a scene and you'd let rip. So you don't forget what was his name, Dave, whatever.
Dave Perkins.
Yeah,
Dave
you're all right,
Perkins.
mate.
Yeah.
But I
No,
remember
no, hang on. Dave Perkins was a 38-year-old man. I
Right.
was 14.
No, right, okay.
Let's get that.
So
out
anyway, one day
Fuck
when
you,
we had
Dave.
our flat on 86, I'm sure I've probably told you this. He like I say, raw, horrible farts, and I was about to make a nice bacon sandwich. So I opened the bacon and I upspoke there on sandwich, didn't I? I think.
there. Up there on the bacon.
No, I don't. It doesn't work like that. No, I think
I'm there making a
See, you've got him thinking about it now.
It's terrible. It's what I've done.
I'm so
You've got to
scared.
think
I'm
about
there making a bacon sandwich, and he comes in, gets a piece of bacon out of the packet, and just starts eating it.
Yeah, I used to eat it raw.
And I was like,
raw.
"What are
Yeah.
you doing, Tomo?"
Yeah, I used to do it a lot when I was a kid.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And then that in a whole moment, it was like everything made sense. That's why your insides were rotten, mate.
Yeah.
You
Because
can't
that's
eat raw.
bad. That.
Well, I
How
did.
often I know you did.
That's
but
quite a
how
lot.
often-
Yeah,
like,
quite a lot
you
when
just
I was a
go,
kid.
meat.
But the
Nice.
thing is, he said, anytime you open a pack of bacon, like you cook a bit, you should have you have a slice, don't you? I'm like,
Yeah, but I
it's not
used to
ham.
also
No, you
used to be
don't.
able to fart on
I do that
demand.
with ham if I'm making a ham
Can
butter.
you remember when I used to be able to fart on demand when I was a kid? Like Joe Gilgan must have given me hundreds of pounds.
Yeah, he used to always
Because
say
he'd always come up to me and go, do a fart, and I'd go, and he'd give me £2 every time.
Did you have to like suck in air before you released it?
No, I could just force them out.
Wow.
Yeah, I
mean-
can't do it now, I don't think.
Probably because you were eating like
Raw
Raw
bacon.
bacon. I've
5
had raw
rations of
chicken
raw bacon.
twice
Have you?
on the back. Yeah, but not.
by accident.
Yeah, because I used to have a thing where I used to get up and eat in the middle of the night. Like when I was a kid, it was quite serious. But I come down anyway, and I opened the fridge and I ate like breaded chicken raw.
Oh,
Munched
wow.
it, but just didn't think about it. And then my man goes, "Who's at the chicken? Who's been nibbling at the chicken?" I went, "Why?" She goes, "Well, you must have done because I don't know who else would have eaten the raw chicken."
And it turns out you did, what was it, in your sleep?
Yeah. So then she goes, "It's raw, you know." I was like, "Well, I didn't mean to. I was sound. I didn't get ill or out." And then went to bed that night and ate the rest of it. Woke up and
Like
did the same
sleep
thing.
eating? Like sleepwalking? But
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. And I still do it a little bit now, but it's mainly for sweets. I wake up and munch
And have
chocolate.
sweets.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's on the cusp of. It's like I'm not quite asleep, but I'm not quite awake. I'm not with it. If I'm eating and you come in and you were like, all right, I'll probably go, yeah, Sandy, yeah, like, I'll be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of half awake.
Yeah, but I just have this craving sometimes, every now and again. But when I was a kid, I used to do it all the fucking time. I remember eating Shockwave's gel once.
Shockwave gel.
Shockwave gel.
Like hair
Remember that
gel?
horrible?
Rings a bell, but what
Yeah,
is
hair gel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just woke up
Wow,
and
okay.
found it and just went,
Wow.
yeah.
It's amazing you're still alive.
Trauma maybe. I don't know why. why
Do
that
you
happened to me.
think? Do you think just going back to the subject of the spa breaks? So I think I FaceTimed you a bit when I was there. You know, when I was doing that job and they put me in that posh hotel in London.
Yeah.
So I was in
You
a
did
couple
that
of
video with the bog.
when I did
We'll
that.
not talk about
Which
it.
one?
Can't be asked.
No, I wanna know, go on.
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I feel as though I'm very anti on this, but carry on, mate.
It's the whole point of the podcast.
I know.
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
like
coming
it.
across an horrible cunt, no.
Yeah, you pussy. Anyway, moving on. So I was staying in these posh hotels, which I feel really out of place in anyway. I hate them. But there was really nice spas down there, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go give it a go because it's free. Why not? And I don't know whether it's because I'm working class, I'm from Grimsby, and I just feel a bit like, but I feel so out of place in these posh ones. Like, I don't know, I just feel like I've got to ask to do everything. Oh, can I use that sauna? Or can I go and do this? Or can I do that? And the idea of it, I'm like, yeah, buzzing. I'd love to do that. And I get down there and I'm in my little posh robe. And then within 5 minutes, I'm like, this is boring.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, I don't know.
I'm
Like,
with
where's
you.
the water slide
Yeah.
or where's the wave pool?
Have you
know
done
what
it
I
though?
mean?
Because like we did one. So I've done that when you've been in a nice hotel and all that, and there's a spa, and you go, oh, go on, then I'll have
Yeah.
a couple of hours in there. And I feel actually all right then, because again, you kind of keep yourself to yourself, so you just gotta, do what you're doing. You go for a swim, and you know. But then I felt out of place. We went and done one. Me and my best mate, and then we took our like wives and like girlfriend there. And I felt out of place more then.
What, when you
because
was
then
with
it was a
family?
nice pot. Well, I was with Emily. He was with his.
Feel like you
girlfriend.
couldn't have a laugh or be.
Yeah, there was that like added element then of like.
Do you find yourself?
You
that
can't be too because.
Do you speak differently when you're in places like that? I do.
Not really. I don't.
I
think
speak
so.
a bit-
But
I
then I
like-
think that's probably why it makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm like, yeah, mate, all right. Or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think.
The amount of times I walk around this hotel, and the amount of times that the staff members, it was massive, big grounds. The amount of times I'd be walking around and I'd go, "Are you a guest at this hotel?"
What did it say that?
Yeah, they said that to me a few times. Yeah.
Oh,
Hate
shit,
it.
yeah.
Hate it.
Well, is it in a rural environment, like your hotel?
What do you
Or
mean?
is it-
Oh, just in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
Sort of. It was in the. I don't care about Dob in a minute because they made me feel unwelcome. It was the Grove in London.
Where is the Grove in London?
It's just
Watford
north. It's in
way.
Watford. Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
so what I'm asking is, like, if you weren't a guest at the hotel, what the
Why
fuck were
would
you
you
doing
be
there?
there? Exactly. But because I walk around in like North Face job and just like my hood up or my hat on or whatever, and it's just like I don't know. I just feel sometimes that you go to these places and just make you feel unwelcome, and I think that happens a lot with spas. I think spa breaks.
Yeah, not in my one. Well, yeah, spa. I've been.
Yeah,
to a few
yours sounds
spa.
like it's.
Well,
horrible.
my main problem, especially within the sauna world, is my own one that I go to on a regular basis. But spa retreats, I find them odd places because you think, I think being semi-naked amongst a load of other semi-naked people sort of takes away
What about the people who sit in saunas naked and that though? Have you had that?
abroad? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I've had that
towels.
here.
Oh, okay.
And you know, well, you came to my gym, didn't you? You came when we was in Grimsby that time.
Oh,
But, yeah.
yeah, let's not. Yeah.
No, but you came to my gym, and
Yeah.
they're like, in that gym there's people who sit in their sauna naked.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. I don't know.
See, I don't understand. Even like with changing rooms and that, like, do you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
mind it in the changing rooms because that's.
There's some people that are
you're
just
getting
too in your
changed,
face, though, isn't there? Like
There
you
is.
say, we've all got to get naked because we've all got to get our grudge back on. But
I'll walk back on.
grudge, like underwear.
Oh, nice.
We've all got to get them back on. So, but then there's people who literally walk around like proud
Saying,
as fuck,
"Look at me,
like,
I'm naked."
Yeah, and you're like, mate, you
I
don't
like
need to do
that, though.
Get
I
in
like
your
walking
car.
around
I
naked.
take
Yeah.
my oldest
Yeah, I love
swimming
it.
all the time at this place, and we'll go in there, and there'll be certain blokes who are walking around proud as like punch with themselves, and I'm thinking, you can't. If you was walking around, if I was walking home, and you were there just in a bush like that
Yeah,
when I was with my kid, you'd be took.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? And it's like me and Elle,
You'd be took.
I'll laugh. I'll come in and there'll be Barry, do you know what I mean, doing what he's doing, proud as punch. And I think, you fucking wrongin'.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
just
like
weird,
have a
isn't it?
little bit of modesty
Yeah.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Got me and Elle, I'll look at Elle and he'll look at me and we'll both crack up, but
When is
deliberately.
this? At what points? When do you do this?
In the changing rooms when Barry's, you know what I mean, swinging. You know what I mean? All right, lads.
Yeah, it's that. It's
Oh,
when
yeah.
they try and chat to you as
Chest
well.
and triceps.
All of
today.
that.
That
Yeah.
they'll talk to you and you're like, I can't
But
talk.
you're
This
right.
is-
There's got to be. You've got to get naked. I'm like 100%. You've got to get changed
Yeah,
at some
yeah,
point because you whatever. But then there's like a weird line between. When I watch them, I'm thinking, you know that I'm not happy with this.
Yeah, even not even like you say without the kid, like it's just like there's no need in it. There's no
Yeah.
like you say you've got to get your swimming trunks on, your boxers or whatever back on
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Like we're all in that same situation. There's no need to then start walking round to start chatting to people while you've got.
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah,
you
'cause
enjoy
you don't know
doing
where
it,
to
you said.
look. You just
You
kind
just
of
said
like.
you enjoy doing it a minute.
But if
ago.
you,
I don't mind. No, I mean I don't enjoy it, but I do walk around. Like say, for instance, there's I don't know a 20-yard gap from my shower cubicles to where my locker is.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably do that naked. That wouldn't bother me.
children in the changing
No,
room.
if there was children
There
there,
you go.
obviously I wouldn't. Yeah.
If I was with you in the changing room, I don't care. We could.
Do you
I'd
turn
stand
your
there
back
naked.
away from people when you're putting your pants on? 'Cause you don't want to see your
I
penis.
suppose it becomes a weird because I go a lot of the time. I go with my pals, and it's like a little bit of I'm not going to turn around. I'm not going to turn around. I'm proud of what God gave me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, do you turn your back?
But in the general,
I used to, but I wouldn't now. Yeah. No.
I wouldn't just like
Proper
change
leg.
and just be stood there right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't that guy.
Looking at me in the eyes.
So I
just
would
being
turn
like-
me back. I do turn me back. Yeah, I do turn me back. But if there's kids in the changing room, then I ain't going. I ain't.
You're going to keep.
You'll never see me full frontal, child.
Yeah,
Do you know
I
what
get
I mean?
that. Yeah.
I think there should be a time limit of between towel and underpants. You've got exactly 3.6 seconds from towel down to underpants on.
Back on. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't need more than that. You don't need more than that.
No, you don't.
There's no like.
No, and if there's I think that time applies when there's children in the room. I think.
Yeah, but like children shouldn't really be in the gym anyway, though, should they? Like if you're in the gym or
Take them swimming or something, mate.
No, I mean, but like if you want to take your kids. Like, because my dad has this, because it's the same gym, my dad's a member, or he was, for this reason. He said, I kind of wake up on a Saturday morning, I want to go for a swim.
Yeah.
Fucking kids club at the gym.
Yeah.
Take them to the leisure centre, and I kind of get it. But I don't, we've had this conversation a lot, like, the upspeak thing, it don't bother me, I can kind of, like, it's fine. But, like, I kind of get that why is there a kids club in a health place? Do you know what I mean?
Because otherwise you have fat kids.
There's a swimming pool.
No, but take them to the leisure centre.
No, I'm joking.
There's a swimming pool at the place that I'm going to, and it's close to where I am. So fuck your idea of me driving to the leisure centre. I'm taking him swimming. I want him to learn how to survive in the water.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to learn how to. He don't want to do 20 lengths.
No, he doesn't.
He wants to face plant the floor and go on a slide.
He does. There is
So
no
don't bring him
slides.
to the gym where I wanna do my lengths.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to ponder that. But then it's like joggers. You know when joggers run on the... You know when you're walking down the South Bank in London?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, how have you got here? The joggers that run down the side, I get all wound up because you're in the way.
Yeah,
I think, what have you done then? Have you just gone, right, I live in Hackney, what I'm going to do is run where the London Eye is, where all the tourists are. I'm just going to run, get in the way.
Place.
But it's the same sort of thing then, isn't it?
No, I think that if you want to go running, you could go to a park or something.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
You're saying if Elle wants to go swimming, I should take him to Moorways swimming baths that have got slides in.
No, but then you shouldn't be in a position to then moan about how adults are doing a thing in an adult environment, really, isn't it? A gym is an adult environment.
There's a difference.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. Yeah, but there is, and it all goes back to like there's an allotted kind of time in there, like you say. You know what I mean? No one has to stand there going, "Hi, Michael, how have you been, mate? I've not seen you in ages."
Yeah.
Like
Put your pants
while
on and
naked.
carry on.
But yeah, literally
But it's
takes
not
you 2
even
seconds
that.
to
It's
go.
just. It's not even the conversation that riles me up. It's not the hi Michael, how you doing? It's the when I walk in, it's just that. You know what I mean? Hey up.
Yeah, that thing banging the mic, yeah, cushion thing, yeah.
Fuck that off then. And that's the it's there's just fine lines between all this, and
It's just
but then also it's like
etiquette,
anatomy.
isn't it?
You know, if you was an artist, you'd just be like, it's just anatomy, you know, or a doctor or somebody in that profession. It's like they don't do anything. This doesn't do anything for me. It's a body, you know. It's just. But then I'm thinking, all right, well, why are people getting locked up for flashing then?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not the same. It's not the same, and they're not flashing in the changing room either. That's not what they're doing. They're just getting changed. But there comes a weird little time frame of, all right, mate, my kid's here. You know he's here.
Yeah.
Stop it now.
That makes sense. That does make sense. Do you know you said something earlier on about about like the time frame of your spa retreats and stuff? You go breakfast at 10.
Yeah.
Do you not normally do that on like a holiday? Like not a holiday, but say like we've just been away and we sort of
Where have you
we're
been?
in Italy.
I fucking know you've been to Italy, man. Fuck off. As if.
Yeah.
As if you even answered that.
Fuck off.
but
I've been to. I don't know if you've heard of a place called Italy.
Yeah, Rome, you know.
Yeah, I know you've been
No, but you need to have. I'm shooketh. But you need to have like an itinerary or some form of like structure to your day, so you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything done. Do you know what I mean?
Does that not ruin your holiday a bit though? Sometimes that kind of ruins your holiday. Being too structured.
Would you say
Because
going to
you've got-
Rome's a holiday? I've had this discussion with someone, or like
I don't
going
know.
to.
What are you going there for? What did you go there for? A break? Or a
Well,
fucking...
just no,
What was it?
no.
What
It
was
wasn't
your
a break.
stepdad you said
Yeah,
that day?
we said. Yeah,
We
we
went to jog round the Spanish steps.
You know what I mean?
I got really annoyed. All the Italians
I was
walking.
really pissed off that they want a Spanish lift because I had my fucking pushchair and I couldn't get up it. I was just, well, fucking hell, what was I saying?
So you went
Do
Rome.
you structure your holidays?
Oh yeah, no, I was saying that. Would you consider Rome like a city break, or a holiday, or the same with like New York, or if you went to Paris, would you say that that's a holiday or a city break?
Well, it depends what you're doing, because you can go to these places, can't you, and just chill the funk out.
Yeah, but then if you want to go and chill, do you not go somewhere there's like a beach? Just
Well,
chill.
then so you've made that decision though, haven't you? I go to a spa retreat
To chill.
to do no, really, or do all the things that you think are relaxing.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by a bunch of people with the same idea, so it's busy. You've got things booked. You've got to get there. You've got to make sure you're there at that time for your dinner because, I mean, structure. Without structure, it all goes cat shit. But I prefer not to have that. If I'm going for a break, I want a fucking break.
You want to just chill. Can you just do that though? Can you just
Not
get
really.
to a spa place and just sit around the pool and do nothing?
No, because I've got I'll look at other things or there's pressure when you're there to go and we've got to go and try out the mud room. All right, well let's get in the mud room then. Once we've done that, we should probably hit the sauna. Yeah, Sam, we'll do that. And there's a cold dip bit. We've got to do. You know, like
I'm like that because you want to go and like you say you want to just go and relax and chill, but then I'm the same. I'm like I've got to give that a go. I want to try that.
Yeah, you want to try everything.
I'm the
don't
same
you?
on holiday though. Like my missus, we go on holiday and she's one of them where she can just sit
Charlotte's
by
the
the
same,
pool
mate, yeah.
with a book, whatever, and I'm like, I'll do it for like half an hour, and I'm like, do you want out from the shop? Like, no, I don't need that. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna go for a little, just to go and walk and
I go
see
mooching.
shit.
I mooch a lot when I'm
Yeah.
on
I
holiday.
think as well we're always restrained by the time. These spa breaks, like I said, are often a weekend thing. If I was on holiday for a month, I'd chill out.
You'd have a couple of days where
There's
you,
loads, but you just can't get away with that. You know what I mean? It's like the walking that I do. The coast to coast.
Yeah,
and
you
all
do
that.
a lot of walking,
There's so
don't you?
much beauty in there, but we've got because we were doing it for charity. We're like, right, we're doing it in 10 days. I can't enjoy it.
Yeah,
that's
you're
a
on a-
lovely waterfall anyway. Let's bounce.
Yeah.
It depends what you're there doing and what you like Rome. If you'd had a month there.
Yeah, then you got more chance to see everything. But because we was only there for like 4 days, you know,
Got to cram
that
it
you
in.
got to cram everything in. Like I said to you, we did like it's not a lot to you because I know you walk a lot, don't you? But we
I
one
don't know
day
if you know that I do a lot of long distance hiking
lots of hikings
for charity.
But we did 33,000 steps in one day, which to me
Grow
was
up.
a lot. Yeah. But I thought that was a lot, and like you don't go on holiday to do that. Do you know what I mean? But we had to do that because we wanted to see everything.
Did you see everything in the end?
We saw everything in the end. Yeah.
Did you go
Didn't
away
enjoy
from that?
it because the little boy he was just kicking off all the time. So.
But did you go away from your 33,000 steps thinking, fucking, I wish I chilled out, or you were glad that you've seen all the things?
No, I didn't. No, I'm glad because I went there knowing that that's what it was going to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, oh, let's go away and chill. It was like I knew I was going to be doing loads of
Yeah,
steps.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how long were you there for?
4 days.
Not long enough then, is it really?
We saw everything, and we wasn't knackered. Like we didn't.
Okay.
We was fine.
But then, like, say if he was there for 7, you probably would have maybe even seen less because you'd have tried to spread it out.
Yeah.
Well, let's go and have a dinner. Let's chill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's chill
Yeah.
tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's the spa retreat in a nutshell, really. You ain't got time to chill out.
Yeah.
Just
That's
want
what
to
I'm
sit and
saying.
do everything.
But like, say if you had a spa, like you were saying, a holiday, they probably are things where you go for like 2 weeks, and you
Yeah.
probably would go, oh, we'll do the mud room today. And
Yeah.
then that's it.
Yeah.
But you want to like. The one that we went to, like it had like an ice cave, so we're like, oh, we'll go in the ice cave.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
been in it. I've been in a
Can you have
sauna.
ice? Why would anyone want to do that? Is that a thing?
Oh, it was lovely.
I don't really get it myself.
Yeah, it was
No.
nice.
I know expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
What does it cost? What did that cost you?
That wasn't that bad. We got it on like a Groupon thing, so it was like £100 for 2 of us for the night.
Is that including a hotel as well?
That was the hotel. That was the room. Was it
Oh, I
£100? It
never-
might have been £100 each. No, it was 100. I think it was £100, so it was like £50 each.
Oh, you can't.
And
you
it was a
can't
nice
grumble.
one as well. It was over on the Wirral.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think Stephen Gerrard was in the sauna with us the next day. So I was
Did he
a bit
get
like-
his on Groupon also? Did he?
Probably.
Was he flicking his skin at you?
He was
flicking his
flicking his
skin at you?
skin, his
Picking
sweat.
his
I was
nails.
Flicking
like-
his toenails.
No, because I don't know
Shaving his
football,
head.
so I was just
Shaving
like,
his head.
got in the sauna with my mate and we're chilling, and then there was a bloke in there asking this other bloke like a lot of questions about football, and I was like,
okay.
I looked at him and he had a look of him. So I don't know if it definitely.
Well,
was.
then I suppose you sort of got to be if you're who Stephen Gerrard is. You kind of think if you go into one of them sort of spas, expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
expect
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, can you? Is that not like a place where you go right? He's literally it's chill. Or can you ask Stephen Gerrard for a selfie in a spa?
I think
Like he's probably not wearing many
I'll
clothes.
Go. I'll probably say, oh, all right, Stevie. Oh no, I'd probably ask him for well, I don't think I would.
You wouldn't, no.
I wouldn't. I'd leave him to it.
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to. Even someone who like who I'm a massive fan of, like Wayne Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I wouldn't in any other space. I would like say if there was in Aldi, I'd ask them for a selfie in Aldi. But if they're sat around a pool, you wouldn't be
it's
able
like-
to do it, would you?
If they were eating the dinner, you won't go over and be like, yeah.
Nah.
Never. You'd be like, yeah.
No, you just
It's
wouldn't do
their
it, would
time,
you?
innit?
Have you ever said no to someone asking for a picture with you?
No.
Have you?
No.
No.
But
Have you?
I've never been asked like in a. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never been asked in a situation like that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think I would. I don't know. I don't think I'd be like, oh no.
No, I always say I wouldn't. I'd say like when my little one was born, I was like, oh, if I'm with him, I'll probably say no. But even then, I'm still like, yeah, you can, but make it like quick, and obviously don't get my kid in it. Do you know what I mean? Which is
Yeah.
fair
You'll
enough.
still be a bit. You'll make it a bit awkward though.
No, I'll just say like, obviously don't get my kid in it, but then,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. But like any other
But
time,
no, you just said make it quick. You
yeah,
know what
make
I
it
mean?
quick. I can't take my
Make it
eyes off
quick.
him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's never a time I'd say, even like when I've been eating, people have asked, but you want to say no, but then you're just like, oh, you can't really. Have you ever said no? No.
No.
Nah. You can't, can you?
No.
Especially not the way that we was brought into it, because we was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, our backgrounds and stuff. If we was ever to say no,
Do you ever ask anybody for selfies though? Have you ever gone to another?
yeah, I have asked a
musician
few
or-
people. Yeah,
Have you?
yeah.
I don't think
No.
not
Did you ask
probably
Ian
since I
Brown
was
for
younger. No. Because with
Oh,
things
was
like
it
with
we
like
was
Ian
sat in the
Brown,
flat
I'm
with
going,
us one
why
day,
do we
wasn't
need a selfie? Like you can watch This Is England,
Yeah,
and
you
he's
can
in
see
it.
that we're
Like,
all
because people
together.
have asked me in the past, they're gone, oh, have you not got like a selfie? We're like Stephen Graham, like, no, but you can watch This Is England when
Yeah.
we're in it together. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to prove to you.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
probably better. But no, I walked past Gary Neville a couple of weeks ago, and again, not big into footy, but I clocked Gary Neville. And then a little bit of me was like, oh, but then I thought, no, he's just cracking about. It was like early morning in Manchester. He'd obviously been out the night before or something. He was, going home or whatever. And I just thought,
Yeah. There's a few people that I've like seen about or been at events with, and I've been like, oh, I love them, but I just won't bother them for a picture. But then, yeah, there's been people like I saw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once at a football match, and like I loved him when I was a kid, so I asked him. But that was kind of like we crossed paths, and it was kind of he said hello first, and I was like, oh, have you ever asked anyone? I bet you're not. You wouldn't do that.
No. Well, it's not that. It's just because I know that. Not that I've ever said no, but sometimes I'm a little bit like, oh, I don't feel great, mate, and I hate having to put a smile on, and I can't be the sort of guy who doesn't smile on a picture. I can't just go. I mean, I watch. Like I see sometimes at like the BAFTAs or whatever, and people are walking the red carpet, and they've got the balls, I suppose, to just stare down that lens and just look dead fit.
Cool.
Do you know what I mean? And I just haven't. I haven't got that ability to go.
Yeah, small.
I've got to
Like
go.
Vicky McClaw's
You know
got.
what I mean?
Vicky McClaw's got the carpet look, the red carpet
Can
look.
she do it without smiling?
She can do it. Yeah,
Oh,
she's got that.
It takes. I think it takes a lot of doing. You've got to have done that sort of stuff quite
Yeah,
a bit.
Yeah, because I think everyone's first time you would be a bit like sort of smacked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
I guess you get used to
Getting your
that.
mate in an headlock and that.
But like I've been with other actors and they're getting a selfie and they yeah, all right, ready, yeah.
Don't you think that red carpets and like BAFTAs and all that's overrated? I
should
hate
have
all
come
that.
with that. Yeah.
I hate all
Have you
that
been
shit.
to the BAFTAs?
No, I've never been.
Okay.
I don't never fancied it. No, we got invited when.
Didn't never fancied it. You've never been up for it.
No, when this
They never fancied it.
when This Is England,
You will fancy it
when
when
This
you
Is
get
England won best British film, we was all invited. But I've just not. I'd hate it because when I go out and have a drink, like I want to be talking about football and women and this and that but that's what me and all my friends do when we have a drink.
Yeah.
Go to the BAFTAs, it's all just what you're working on next and that was I just think it's all just a bit. It's just not
I
for me.
went with my sister. when
Yeah.
She was up for something, and it was the first. She were up for something, and I went with her, and I find it mental because I've never been that sort of guy that's very good at what do you call it? There's a word for it, making connections.
Networking.
Networking. That's it. Nah, I've never been good at that.
No.
I've never wanted to do it. I've never wanted to go to the parties that I'm not invited to.
I'd rather
or
not.
The parties that you should just show up to because it's the right thing to do
Yeah.
because there's loads of influential. I can't do it.
No.
I can only hang around with people that I like.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got a whole
What do
night
you talk
as well.
about? Do you know what I mean? At them places, like you say, like you kind of, you're like, oh yeah, what you up to? Yeah,
They're just fashion shows as well
Yeah.
nowadays. People have got loads of money throwing money at publicists wearing clothes that don't belong to them, and they're just pretending to be someone they're not. I just don't buy all that shit. That just does me head in.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's certain people. I bet your average upspeaker would do really well in them sort of environments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blend in.
You'll
you
see
can
Andy at the
upspeak-
next one,
You
won't
can
you?
upspeak your way to a potential job. I've just never been good at it, man. I've never been good at that sort of.
Nah.
Even general chit chat. It's like even in the spas when you're in the sauna. I'm not very good at talking to people I don't really know, and in that environment, I'm a bit like, I'm trying to say something quick and a bit, like. Derby people in general are quite friendly. There's always a little go-to. Hey, up, you all right? Bloody hell, what's it like out there? The bloody pool's a bit cold, isn't it? And I'm like, whoa, yeah, you're right. And then I'll go back to my state of uncomfort, and then another thing will come, and I just ain't got that. I can't open up a conversation to a stranger a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that. Barbershops as well get me. When you're having your hair cut. Yeah. I find that quite. I don't know.
But do you not go to the same bloke?
I do. But I do, and then you get a bit friendly, but like that kind of first time or whatever, and then I don't know. Sometimes I hate the like, are you not in work today? Yeah. And then you don't want to go. Yeah. I'm an out-work actor, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really up to much.
I quite like small talk though, because it kind of like I'd rather say if I'm sitting on a train opposite someone I don't know, I'd rather chat to them than just have the odd like the glancy awkward kind of.
You're really good at it.
Yeah.
You said you did it on the train down here the other day when you were coming to pick your car up. You sat with a load of football fans.
Loads,
and you to chat loads of
See,
but you know a lot about football. That's a good in.
But I was kind of like I don't know if I mentioned. Did I say that I'd been to Italy? Where? I mentioned to Rome. Did I mention Rome?
That? No, you didn't mention it on this podcast.
Oh well, I went to Rome. Yeah.
Where is Rome?
It's in Italy.
Yeah.
But no, I'd been there for a week with Charlotte. Grimsby Town had just won the biggest game that they've won in years. And I wanted to talk about football. I was trying to get it going with Charlotte. I'm like, so this is happening. 1939 was the last time we got there. And she's like, oh, cool. and I'd not seen anyone to talk about football. And then we got on a train to Manchester, and all the Doncaster Rovers fans were on there. And I was almost waiting to shoehorn my way into their conversation. Because it was dead rammed, and me and Charlotte, we just stood there. And I heard them all talking about football, and I was kind of going... just kind of... And then one made eye contact, and then... You couldn't shut me up for 45 minutes. I was like an hour on the train. I was just talking about football. But I like that. I like chatting
that's why
people.
I think I'm not a good what was he saying, like small talker.
Oh, I love it.
Because
love it.
I've only got, like you say, I've only got so much in me. Because like you say, people go, the weather's been a bit naff. And it's not been that good, has it? Yeah. And then you talk about, what have you been doing? Yeah. And but then as soon as like someone starts talking about football or something, I'm like, I don't.
But if you've got something in common with them, and like that's what you're talking about, so you've got like a shared passion for something then.
But I'll be on the FaceTime too, and you'll be out strolling around, going to the shop, bopping here, there, everywhere, and I just hear you having the odd little small talk with everybody on the way. Do you know, like whether it be a stranger, whether it be somebody. I think I remember thinking he's good at that. He's got it in him to be. I should have done small talk as an overrated thing.
Yeah.
But you have.
Next week on Overrated Everything, we've got Michael Socha talking about small talk.
You've got like a natural arsenal of small talk things.
I think that's down to my insecurities. I find not insecurities, maybe that's the wrong word, but like awkwardness. I just kind of like I'd rather talk than just like a bit of eye contact or just being like.
And not seeming like.
Because then that's when I delve into my phone and then I'm like on my phone just looking at shit on Twitter. I'd much rather be having a conversation with someone face to face.
I can't do it because I can't. Sometimes I think I'd love to. Like I'll see a bloke who looks really interesting, and I think I'd love to know his story. And if he had out about me, if I wasn't scared of looking like a nutcase, I'd go, "What's your story? Do you know what I mean? What are you about? You've got a really weird suitcase, and I want to know what's in it. Do you know, like if I had that in me,
people. What's in the suitcase? Persons.
Wow, it'd be interesting. But I ain't got it in me. I'm always worried about inflicting myself on somebody else, and I think that's the same thing with a sauna. Is I'm so conscious of my impact on somebody that I won't go, even though I want to, like they do, go. Fucking hell, it's hot. You know what I mean? I want to do a bit of that, and I want to go buck off sweat, and I want to go snot that out. Better out than in. Do you know what I mean? All that sort of. I'd love to be able to do that, but there's just times and places, and you inflict it on me, and it sometimes annoys me, so I don't want to do it.
I get it. I think that's probably a good place to leave it.
It is.
No, I want to carry on.
No.
Listen, I'm here now.
Go on, do one more.
Nice one though, Mike. Thanks
nice one. Cheers for having me, lads.
Yeah, buzzing, mate. Yeah, let's say we've wanted you on for ages, so that was good. Should we go get some Wagamamas?
Yeah.
Another episode down.
Done and dusted.
Another lovely chat.
Another week out of the way.
Hope you're all having a fantastic week.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another lovely chat, and just nice to be doing the podcast, doing what we love doing, man.
Yeah, it's nice to be together, and it's nice to have it all sort of done professionally and comfortably, and and I think it's really showing with the guests that we're getting on at the moment. And I think the more that we can keep doing this, the more that we can provide for you listeners at home, the viewers that are watching on YouTube. There is a way that you can support us. If Andy would like to tell us.
I will. You can support us in many ways. One of the main ways being we do have a Patreon account. If you can go on there, it's www.patreon.com/overrated everything. That just helps us to secure guests. You know, we want to be getting bigger and better guests from London and places like that down to the studio. Obviously, that costs money. And for a small fee each month, you guys can contribute towards that. And you'll get rewarded as well. What kind of rewards will you get, Thomas Turgoose?
Well, it depends how much they're willing to spend. No, we've got so much in store, haven't we? We've got we've got the lives coming up.
We've got lives,
I know
which
we've
is
promised over the
exciting.
years. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can't wait for all that. We've just got sort of behind the scenes exclusive footage that we're doing, and
we've got some bonus podcasts as well.
Some bonus podcasts with ourselves and with some guests.
Some of the guests.
Yeah, just sort of. But I guess as the more it goes on, the more surprises that we'll drop.
We want to have fun with it. We're creative people. We want to have fun. We want to be creative. We want to make some nice content for you guys.
Yes.
And keep that Patreon going over. But obviously, we ain't no fools. We know times can be hard for everyone. And so if you can't subscribe to Patreon, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah. What you can do, if you love the podcast, is like, subscribe, share, tell a mate as well.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's used to just going share, like actually sit in the pub or wherever you're meeting with your mates and socialise in the gym and just go, hey, have you heard that podcast? It's pretty good, you know. Yeah, get it on Spotify. Bam.
Play it really loudly when you're at a red light with the windows open.
Play it really loudly at red lights. Overrated Everything, the best podcast to play really loudly at red lights.
There you go.
If that's illegal, we're going to